Okay, 2019 F350. I've got 15,000 miles on it now. Give you a little review of it. First of all, a black truck is hard to keep clean. This is probably in a month, probably about my 8th time washing it, but it's so beautiful, it's worth it. Pulling anything. It got about 15 miles per gallon on the highway by itself. The minute I loaded something on it, about 8. I had a 20,000 pound trailer and I averaged 8 until I hit Kansas. And then with the wind blowing against me, I got 3 miles per gallon. DEF lasted pretty good. I went about 4,000 miles, I believe, before I had to put any DEF in it. It takes 5 gallons. Now, the fuel gauges, I have a lot of issue with them because at 3 miles per gallon or 8 miles per gallon, when you hit half a tank on your fuel, you better pull over. You can go about 80 miles when you're getting 3 miles per gallon or 8 miles per gallon before you're empty. Now when you hit empty, I was on empty, it said I had 1 mile left when I went through a small place in Illinois, and I managed to make it in and fill up. It takes about $100 to fill it up depending on where you're at. In Texas, about 80. California, it was I think $5 a gallon. Texas is $3.50. DEF, when it hits about a quarter at ding, and then it reminds you very constantly that you're low, and it's going to shut off. It's going to shut off. So you definitely want to keep the DEF full, and when you hit half a tank, fill it up. Pulling 20,000 pounds over the Rocky Mountains, zero issue. I went across Arizona, went across the Rockies there. I did notice my cooling fan kicked on, which started freaking me out because I'd never heard it before. But it was about 80, I believe there. 75, 80. The bed, if you so much as fart in it, you scratch it. That spot right there that's dented in, that was my winch riding in it for about 5 miles. So otherwise the paint's pretty decent. I barely touched it right there with a jack handle and scratched it. So keeping clean, scratching it, the bed being weak, the gauge being at half a tank, you got to fill it up, is the only things I found wrong with this truck. The cameras, haven't got used to backing them up. I have taken a local job, so I won't be driving this truck as much, but I will be using it to pull my junkers around the yard. Another project I'm working on, the 73 Montego GT. I am turning it into a Mad Max car because they're not worth very much. I pulled the front end down, pulled the motor out, got it pulled apart. And the 70 Mach 1, I pulled the 302 out because it was leaking antifreeze. I pulled the heads, I pulled the intake. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together, and that's going in the Montego. My shed has done pretty well. The wind has worn holes in it at every spot. They've knocked holes in every spot there, but it's all right. Future projects will be this 383/68 out of a Coronet. That's a 426 wedge industrial that I picked up, and I got another 351 around here somewhere. But it's a mess out here, so I thought I'd give y'all an update, and then I'll start cleaning this sucker up. We'll get this Mustang put out of the way, jump back up on the Jimmy there and finish it off, and then put my little Mustang back together. But it looks like a Fred Sanford's junkyard around here, so my girlfriend's probably gonna get sick of me having junk around, so I better clean it up. Alright, well, let's see what I'm at. I'm about 6 minutes. So I just want to give you an update on the Ford in case you're interested in how well it performs. I said keeping it clean, a weak bed, and definitely when you hit half a tank, fill it back up. Alright, y'all go fix something, try not to break it.